Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just 1 second. All right, let's get this party started, shall we? Right. There I am. I am still here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me make sure my screen is shared. I believe it is. Good morning, Stephen, Devin, Harriam, James, Manuel, CJ, Rihanna, T-Bois, Flying Ronan, Pia DeBrock, Stacy, DP Varnick. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. It's hard to read your actual username. Javad, Ivano, Lloyd, John, David, Wayne, Ray, Timothy, Stan, Bob, Yuri, Calix. Again, I apologize. It's just difficult to read everybody's name. David, Armando, Eduardo, Carlos, Robert, Richard. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, everybody. David, Pat, Mark, Warren, Richard Feinberg, Matt, Harry, Robert, Moondog, Stefan, Dongermer, I'm sorry, Solaire, Gregory, Colette, Walter, Hockey. Hello, Hockey. It's weird. These names are weird. Mike, Jody, Tom, Jeffrey, Genevieve, Ann, Art, Pete, Charlie, Brian. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It doesn't give me your name. It gives me your YouTube handle, which makes it harder to read your name. We got Richard, we got Harold, we got Frank, we got Frex, we got Silvar, we got Brian, we got Krish. Hold on, let me go back here. Got a lot of people here is what we got. Krish, we got Ivan, we got Mark, we got Brian. Good morning, Brian. We got Gregory, Debbie, Deanna, Dave, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Yeah, she's out of the hospital. She's not out of the hospital. She's going to be out of the hospital later today, and she's in a lot of pain. For some reason, they're giving her 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol instead of giving her the good stuff. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I can't understand why, but I'm no doctor, and I'm not going to pretend to be one. But I would assume after a back surgery, it's a 4-inch stitch, they would give her some good stuff, but no. Willard, Barry, Michael, Julio, Richard, Duzzy, Henry, Murray, good morning. She's in a lot of pain. That's what my dad said. She's in a lot of pain. William, James, but the doctor said surgery was a lot more complicated than he expected. He didn't know how she walked all these years. She should have had it a long time ago, but it was a success. Now it's just a lot of pain, and she has to get up today. I don't know how the hell she's going to do that. Randy, Cifazio. So I'm really stressed out. I feel really bad for her. My mind is obviously not in the right place, but it is what it is, and the surgery's over, so the worst is behind us. And she'll be home today, hopefully, for my birthday tomorrow. That's all I ask for. Good morning, Shanson. It says Shanson MD. Sorry. Bob, Wesley, Omar, good morning, Omar. Dragon Dawn, Bob, Stacy, Nathan, good morning. Greg, David, Bobby, Joe. Yeah, Marie, I got you right. I got you right. Let's see. Shamens, Robert, Mr. RP from Spain, Just Jen, Doug, M. Hefe, M. Next, Patrick, Pat, Richard, Dave, Whitco, Naples fan, Kevin, Ernest, Brian, Michael, Gregory. Yeah. Oh, I see. I got it. Not good for the GI tract. See, I'm no doctor. I don't understand these things. If I don't know something, I don't pretend I know something. I do know a little bit about con law since I have a law degree, but I don't know anything about medicine. Johnny, Lori, Catherine, Kurt, Stacy, Johnny, Michael, Richard, Michael, Steve, Daniel, JBA 78840's here, Lewis, Ira. I'm doing my best with these names, guys. Jimmy. Hey, Yakov. How are you, Yakov? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hopefully, I didn't make an ass out of myself with all of your names. It's because of YouTube. I don't know what they're doing and if they're going to go back. But Stacy, again, I don't know what they're going to be doing. And I don't know what YouTube has planned, but it is what it is. Jason Paul, Mr. Ty Boogie, good morning. Good morning. Joe Iglesia, NASCAR driver going to start. Oh, boy, don't get me started with the NASCAR driver. And that's insulting when you go and get a law degree, you spend 3-4 years in school, you get a law degree and somebody knows you know too little, little bit about everything. That's what you tell people who take a 3-month college course in law, not somebody who actually earned a Juris Doctorate degree. That's insulting, okay? Um, Tylenol, that's what she's been taking, 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. Gave me the good stuff, huh, Bob? Well, they didn't give her the good stuff. They gave her 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. I don't understand, but listen, they must have their reason. They obviously know better than I do. I'm not going to accuse them of not knowing what they're doing. Send you mom prayers. I appreciate that, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It just breaks my heart to see her in pain. All right, VIP room. Now, yesterday, folks told me that I had the best ever VIP room ever. I spent a lot of time getting ready for yesterday's VIP room. I spent hours. Folks said it was the best VIP room ever. If you haven't seen yesterday's VIP room, I highly recommend you check it out. It's really worth your time. It will teach you something that you've never learned before, and it'll show you really how to look at gains, whether your gains or someone else's gains. If you're looking at gains and you're not looking at what I taught you yesterday, then you're only seeing half of the picture, okay? And it's not a good picture. So today I'm going to talk about why day trading is very smart, and we're going to switch things up today. Why day trading is smart in the current market environment, different ways to day trade during the session. I'll talk about breakouts, the upside and downside. I'll talk about pullbacks, the upside and downside. I'll talk about reversals, the pullbacks and downsides. We don't trade reversals on stocks. We only trade reversals on indexes. How my morning levels help you gain an edge and help you with each of these three methodologies. What Alpha Zone Pro is and how it can help you become a better trader, the triple screen momentum oscillator for confirmations, and which assets work best with Alpha Zone Pro. So I will be talking about that today in the VIP room. And here is link to Customer Service Live. Frank says, I've watched it a few times, more last night. That was 10 times, still rewatching that show. Folks, if you haven't seen it, first of all, think about this. I don't sell anything during the VIP room. I do my webinars afterwards. I gave you a full hour of the best. I probably gave you $10,000 worth of information yesterday. And I'm not kidding. If I had a $10,000 class and I taught people that, nobody would complain. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm saying it after the fact. I'm not saying it before. I'm not trying to pump you up for anything. I'm telling you that the information I provided yesterday is something okay, let me explain to you like this. The information is so good that Kathy Woods never took that class in in trading school, okay? If she took that class, her equity curve would look totally different. Okay. I'm teaching you real institutional tactics that you will not get in trading 101 class. And if you really want to take your trading to the next level, you got to get this part of the equation because of this. It's like asking how fast your car drives without asking how much the gas costs. Okay. All right. You're only getting you're being lied to. You're getting half of the equation and you're not understanding the other part of the equation. Please watch yesterday's VIP room. It is eye-opening. And if it's not opening, then you missed the point I'm making. Okay. All right. And again, here's the link for Customer Service Live. I had to rewatch it last night to be sure I knew what you're talking about. We'll watch it again today. Thank you. I really did spend a lot of time talking about it, and you will not find this information anywhere. This is what you would teach a hedge fund manager when he starts working for your company, okay? This is not what you teach somebody in Trading 101, okay? And it ultimately, that's what separates amazing traders from okay traders. Something that that nobody even talks about, okay? And that's how you can determine how good of a trader is, by the way. Because you can always turn it up and you can always turn it down. So don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe and some asshole telling you that he has 200% return a year, 300%. None of those numbers mean anything unless you have the other part of the equation. And yesterday was an eye-opening. And by the way, if you don't trust my numbers, Ken was there. Ken was is a post PhD in math from MIT, and he told everybody that this is probably the best class they're ever going to hear, and it's 100% accurate. So please don't take my word for it. Take the word from a post PhD in math. Okay, he's smarter than all of us put together. Okay, I can assure you of that. All right. So, what was the platform to measure your ratio? It doesn't matter what the platform is. You could use your own account, or you could use Amy Broker. Amy Broker is good. There's others, but you can use trading journals. Every important program has it. Okay. You don't need a program. You need your account for it. All you need to do is figure out what your drawdown is, which most people don't even look at. Okay. Let's talk about the market today. We're here, right? Let's get into this right now. It was great. You're right. No, it wasn't the Calmer ratio. It was the MAR ratio. The MAR ratio. Ah, okay. She was in too much pain, so they're giving her oxy now. Thank God. I mean, the woman deserves some good stuff, you know? All right. Excellent. All right. I just got an update. Can I post a link to that? Here. Instead of me, yes. Oh, she's going to be home around 11. Oh, wow, that's good. Good news. So here's how you find a link to yesterday's session. You go to YouTube, right? Look, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you how to do this, Laura. You click on my ugly mug when you go to YouTube. I'm sure you could find me by going to Roger Scott, right? I didn't even fill up my full name, but here. You go right here. You hit my mug and you go to the live tab and they're all right here. This is right now. This is yesterday's VIP room. This is yesterday's morning show. This is yesterday's VIP room. This is Friday's morning show. This is Friday's VIP room. Here's the link to that, okay? Everything is recorded. Okay? There's recording. And if you want that room, here it is. Here's that specific link. It's all in the stream tab, okay? It's all in the stream tab. Okay, let me just get out of here. Okay. All right. So what's the market doing today? Well, the Dow is up big. The Nasdaq is not that up. I warned you. I told you. I begged everybody and their mother to listen to me when I told them that the market is getting really overextended. I want to show you guys something. And I really do want to show you this. Look at the stock. There's plenty of stocks making 52-week highs. But I want to show you this 90-day highs. I just wanted you to see this with your own eyes, okay? Look at this. Overextended. 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 That's Apple. Overextended. Look at Google. Overextended. Google again. Overextended. Micron. Overextended. LRCX. Overextended. Shopify. Overextended. IBM way overextended. PDD overextended. Now, some stocks are not overextended, but a lot of the mega caps are getting overextended. They're getting way overextended. AMD, look at that. All of Apple, they're all overextended. So we got to be really, really careful here. Okay. I see. All right. All right. Lawsuits, pain meds. Last night in California, I said when I got it was eye opening. Good, Gregory. Good. 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 All right. All right. So a lot of stocks are getting overextended right now, and we'll talk about that more when we talk about the overall market structure. But we're getting a little bit overextended, especially on the hot Nasdaq stocks. As far as Fed data today, we got consumer confidence at 10 o'clock. I'm assuming it's coming out. FOMC begins, which means a little bit of a muted market. We've got, that's pretty much it. Treasury buybacks, that's not going to be the manufacturing index right here. You got manufacturing, consumer confidence, both coming out at 10 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to assume they're both coming out. Yeah, she's on Oxy right now. I guess you couldn't sleep last night. I got to get out of here in about half an hour, 40 minutes and get an update on my wife. But if it was something emergency, she would have told me. And tomorrow we have Mr. Jerome. We're going to lower rates Powell speaking. Okay. Earnings, we got a lot of earnings. If you guys don't have this sheet yet, here is the sheet. These are all the earnings that are coming out today, either during the morning or after the morning. And I do have a lot of them on my Catalyst watch. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, okay? But these are the big earnings that are coming out today. I'm going to post these for you right here too. Okay? Those are the big earnings that are coming out today. We got to be very, very mindful of earnings right now. It's very difficult to trade directionally right now. When you have a market that's overextended, and you have earnings, that's a very dangerous market. Thanks, RBX10. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's my mom. I do too. Trading Zone link. There is no Trading Zone link. You have to purchase Trading Zone. Boogie, Mr. Boogie, you got to purchase Trading Zone to get a link. Okay. Call customer service if you're interested in that. Thanks, RB. I appreciate it. Let's look at the bond market. What's the bond market doing, right? The bond market is actually moving higher today, but it's below this level. We need to see a nice breakout above here. The fact that the bond market is up and the fact that the bond market actually bottomed out at the 15-day EMA. Remember, I was really worried about it yesterday. It went up. It did not go down, and it actually created an A line for us. And here, I think this is just going to kind of come here, but this is not falling apart coming down here. This is coming up here, which is really good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the bond market today. What I'm not good is how overextended price is. Okay. Oh, by the way, folks, if you're just coming in here right now, where are my matters? If you're just coming in here right now, please go to the gearbox right here and make sure you're not doing what I'm doing. See how I'm on auto? I'm wired. I'm wired directly to the Ethernet. Actually, I got to call T-Buzz and see if I'll talk RBX. What makes it overextended? When it's 1.5 standard deviation above its average, which is the 8-day EMA. Right here, 1080p, right here. 1080p. You want to be right here at 1080p. Okay? Make sure you're watching at 1080p. And if this is helpful, give us one thumbs up. If you give us more than one, it erases it. And also, there's a bell here on this side. Please subscribe to our channel, and you'll be notified immediately when I go live on YouTube, okay? It's for your own benefit. I'll talk about overextended stocks. I'll talk about all that, okay? So I like the bond market. Yesterday, I did not like the bond market. Today, I actually do like the bond market. But again, we're getting a little overextended. What about the gold market? Gold is breaking down, folks. Remember I told you, don't be in a rush to buy here. Don't be in a rush to buy at this level. Well, we're breaking down. The next level is the 50-day EMA. 50-day MA, not EMA. We're clearly below the VWAP right now. I would not be buying gold stocks right now. We're below the VWAP, the quarterly VWAP, which means everybody who bought last quarter gold is now at a loss right here. Anybody who bought from September 18th to now is at a loss, price volume wise. So the next level is going to be the 50-day moving average and the year-to-date VWAP, and I think the year-to-date VWAP will hold. But I think we're going to come down here. I wouldn't be making big bets right now just yet, but this is a very, very nasty selling candle right here. That's a nasty selling candle right here. And we're coming off. So the next level is right here. I remember I told you, don't go buying gold yet. If you're currently hold gold, maybe want to liquidate a little bit around these levels, but don't go buying anything till we're back above this level. We need to get back above this level. Now, this could be a reversal bar. If it's a reversal bar, we'll see it, and then we'll start coming right back into here today. If we start coming near the low, the odds are we're going to come here. So today is going to be a maker or a breaker if this is a shakeout, a major shakeout, or if this is a beginning of something. We'll know that today via this bar. Remember, this is just a night session right now. Okay. Oh, by the way, Matt loosened up the A-line scanner yesterday. I already got several emails. Um, um, that was on Graham's class. Anyway, just call customer service, TYE Boogie. Call customer service. They'll help you out. I promise you, they will help you out immediately. So let's see if this candle turns green and starts coming into this area ASAP, or if it just comes back to the low and just kind of starts creating a base and stays out of this range right here. We want it to go right back into this range. If it doesn't go into this range right here, we're in deep doo-doo with gold, and you can expect it to hit the 50-day moving average. Typically, when it traverses all the way to the bottom. Okay? All right. Goose class 88. That's when I graduated in 1988. That was my high school graduation year, 1988. Fairfax High School. Our graduation ceremony was at the Hollywood Bowl. Pretty cool, right? All right, crude oil. Crude oil came up here. Remember I told you yesterday the odds are it's going to wick out here just like it did right here, and it's going to hit and it's going to resist this area and it's going to start coming off. It did exactly that. See the wicks? The wicks, when you see wicks at the tops, at the bottoms, that usually means it's about to turn around. When you see a move like this without a lot of wicks, that means there's a higher odds of follow through. Okay. So you see how we had wicks here. And I mentioned when we came here, I did. I said the odds are we're going to turn around. We did. And now we have wicks right here at the 50-day, which is we have the 100-day, we have the year-to-date VWAP and the 200-day moving average. And I think we're going to come and just consolidate here or start coming back down once again. Oh, it's you, Gustavo. You're Mr. Goose. Good. You can you know what you guys can do next to your Google tag when you type something, just put in parentheses your name first, your real name, so I know I could just call you by your name, okay? It would just make life easier for me because it's hard to call you by these tags. G4, Goose, Class 44, Javad, Hush. It's just so put your name in parentheses next to it when you type something, and I can just go there and I can grab your name really quickly like Gustavo just did. Because I know who Gustavo is, but I don't know who G4 Goose Class 88 is. Not yet, at least. Here, let me the SPY. And the SPY is going up. Let's see. Okay, let's continue. So I think we're going to consolidate here for a little while. We're going to consolidate, and if we start breaking this area right here, we're going to probably come off again, okay? Hey, TSUS Army, how are you? Oh, my dogs are going crazy again. China, what's happening with China? Let's see what's happening with China. They're just riding along this trend. They're a little lower today, but not too much, but they're riding this trend. Just sitting right here, right at the 50-day, just riding this trend. Tara says to change your YouTube name back to the handle, sign into your YouTube studio, go to customize, basic info under handle, pencil icon to handle, click publish. Hey, can you guys listen to what Tara Mouse just said? do what Tara Mouse just said. Don't do it right now. Don't do it right now, but do it later on. Listen to what she just said so you could change your YouTube name back to your handle. Okay? So here's a way to do it. So you guys, there's a way to do it so you guys could do it. Thank you, Vladimir. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate you guys doing that. This way I at least know your name or change your handle like Tara Mouse just said. Here, I'm going to repost this. Here, do this to change your handle. Hey, Jeremiah. Here, there you go. Do that, please, okay? Okay. Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin is coming back up. It's just sitting right at the 50-day moving average. It has a very nice gap. It's either going to traverse this area right here and start coming all the way back up, or it's going to fake us out and start coming back down all the way here. The fact that it gapped and held the gap here, the fact that it held the gap not for 1 day, but for 2 days is a good sign that it wants to hold here. If you see price consolidating and acting like this is a magnet to this bar, that's a good sign. If you start seeing us coming into this gap right here, that means the party's over and we're probably going to come right back down here, okay? So we have this area right here, and the question is, are we going to stay here? If we stay here long enough, we're going to get the strength to come back up here. If not, we're going to fall back down. More likely than not, we'll know that within the next day or two, okay? Thanks, Terra Mouse. I appreciate it. Yeah, folks, don't do that now, but do that later so you can I don't know why it changed, Jen. You got to ask Google that. Ask Serge and the other guy. I don't know. Ask the two owners. All right, so that's so again, bond market. I like what I'm seeing so far, barely. Gold looks like it's ready to come down unless this really comes back up today. Crude oil looks like it's going to consolidate near this area, and if it breaks this area, it looks like it's going to come back down. China looks like it's just coasting up this channel right here, right along the 50-day moving average, not really doing much, waiting for US, I guess. And Bitcoin looks like it wants to stay here, and it will stay here and possibly traverse this area within the next day or two. And if not, this will give out and we will come back down here. Yeah, I don't know why it needed to change. If people wanted to use their name instead of, I don't know why we needed that level of transparency, but okay. Okay. All right, let's talk about the stock market, shall we? Let's talk about the stock market. Catalysts. What are our catalysts, folks? We got a lot of catalysts. Who wants to be first? Oh, they changed it because of fraud, spoofing, etc. Okay. Well, to me, it's just confusing. Good morning, Jimmy. Oh, so sorry. So sorry, Jimmy. I don't know why they changed it. Good question. Fed data, healthcare, UPS, PayPal. Well, I got I got transports, healthcare, chips, consumer discretionary. Anybody remember RCL, Royal Caribbean? Basic materials, Sherwin-Williams, tech, Infotech, GLW, tech parts, PayPal, Infotech, and DHI, Horton, Home Builders. Ooh, look at Richard. Healthcare, transports, yes, yes, yes. Commercials, commercial. What is commercial? Semiconductors, utilities, yeah, utilities, I'm sure. Financial, cruise industries, yeah, that's consumer discretionary. Technology, home builder, distribution, consumer non-durables, energy, casino, Fed data. Well, let me ask you, where did you get the casino and where did you get the commercial? What is the commercial? That's the two parts I'm missing there. Walter says Fed, FOMC. The FOMC is not till tomorrow. Healthcare, industrial, chip, utilities, Tesla. Tesla's a mag. I don't see anything going on for Tesla. I got mine is very close to Richard's, but I don't know where you got commercial. What is commercial? You may be getting ahead of me there, Richard. And casinos, is there a casino that's reporting? I don't see that. So I got transport, healthcare, chips, Consumer discretionary, basic materials, tech versus GLW, PayPal, and Infotech versus. So I got DHI, PayPal, GLW, SHW, RCL, chips, healthcare, and transports. Okay. I don't think anybody's done it yet. They need to tune out. Caesars. Okay, Caesars. Sherwood-Williams is basic materials. Basic materials. So we're saying the same thing. Basic materials. All right. I think all together we got him right. All right. So let's now talk about all of this. Basically, when you have earnings, everything's up for grabs. Everything is up for grabs. Okay. Let's see. And I mean, everything is up for grabs. All right. Taking a breather. We were down a little bit this morning. Now we're not down. We're up 0.15 right now. We've been going up since we actually been going up since 4 p.m. last night. Taking a break from a record-breaking rally. There's hardly any sellers out there, folks. We have a very one-sided market. Investors await the start of Federal Reserve two-day policy meeting, new round of corporate earnings, and private sector economic data. Yeah, we mentioned healthcare. Healthcare was UNH. Thank you, Stacy. In yesterday's trading session, Wall Street rose. Tesla mags were up big. We took a little bite out of Tesla. I know a lot of you made money. I got a lot of emails. Nvidia advanced more than 2%. Mags were in. Tesla was in. Qualcomm is now going to be part of the AMD Nvidia crowd, hopefully. Rare earths did not do well. We talked about all of these catalysts yesterday, by the way. And as you could see, that's what was driving the market. Federal Reserve starts its two-day meeting. We're not going to hear anything about it till tomorrow, so it's not a catalyst today at all. It will be a catalyst tomorrow. Central bank widely expected they're going to lower rates a quarter of a basis point. I mean, that's a done deal. We're close to going to be watching his post-policy meeting, but although I don't think it's going to have much of an impact because we're already pricing another rate drop with almost 100% certainty. Thank you, Bob. FDA, very good news for SBFM. Is SBFM a mega cap, James? I'm not sure. Third quarter earnings, Visa, UNH, bookings, UPS, PayPal, some come out before the open, some come out after the open. We'll talk about that. Consumer confidence comes out at 10 o'clock. Manufacturing comes out at 10 o'clock. Both of these comes out at 10 o'clock, and they're both coming out. Government shutdown has now 28th day, no clear resolution in sight. Ay, 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 caramba. Shutdown means U.S. official economy continues to be delayed. Estimate shutdown has already shaved 0.45 percent points off the fourth annual GDP. Okay. UNH also came out. Yeah, that's one of the healthcares that I talked about UNH. It's up 5% right now. It had earnings, yes. UNH was healthcare. It's on my list. Europe is down 18, not up, retreating. So remember, Europe follows America. America was up big yesterday. What did Europe do? It's down. Retreating from a record highs, investors digest a flurry of corporate earnings. Construction and energy stocks underperformed. China ended lower today amid profit taking ahead of the meeting between President Trump and Xi. Non-ferrous metals led decline on Tuesday. Trump and Xi are set to meet on Thursday. That's on the 30th, okay? Day after my birthday. Stock in Japan closed lower. Investors locked in profit. Notice Japan and Asia were both lower. Energy and industrial stocks led the decline on Tuesday. Investors wanted to book profit. I'm really concerned about this rally we're seeing. Earnings, here we go. UPS, we talked about transports, we talked about healthcare, we talked about chip stocks. Now, this is not an S&P 500 company, but This is when you start writing down what I'm about to tell you. This is when you pick up the pen. See this Cuervo? You know what they do? They make chips for the iPad. So they're very much related to Apple. So I'm not going to use this as a catalyst, but anytime I see news on Cuervo, I'm always watching Apple Computer. Capiche? So again, this is not a catalyst. It's not a large cap stock, but whenever I see anything, whenever I see the stock in the news, I'm always watching Apple. And everybody here understands why. So I'm not going to talk about that. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me turn down my air conditioner. It's a little cool in here. Hold on. Ooh, it's only 62 degrees outside. I thought it was cold. Trump says a lot of things. First U.S. Army. Trump says a lot of things. Let's make sure it happens before, he said that the I think Trump said that that ballroom was not going to, it's going to be a separate structure and it's not going to impact the East Wing. And meanwhile, the movie theater's gone and all that stuff is gone. So Trump says a lot of things. And this is not political, but we all know he says a lot of things. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's wait for Japan to actually invest 550 billion into the U.S. Okay, and I'd love to see it happen more than anything, but till I see it, I don't believe it. That's just how I am. I don't believe anything till I see it with my own eyes. That's why I'm a very numbers-driven guy. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about something. Volatility. What did volatility do yesterday? Let's take a look at volatility. This is volatility dropped yesterday. Look at volatility today. Notice volatility. The market's up, but volatility is pretty much where it was yesterday. And volatility is really, really at its base. It's really, I don't want to get political here. I'm not saying anything negative. I just want to see it happen. Right. Ukraine war would be, you guys all know he likes to talk. He likes to talk. Let's see if it's real. That's all I'm saying. It'd be great if it happened, but he says a lot of things. He does. We all agree on that. He talks a lot. Okay, let's right here. Let's see if this stays here or if this starts going up. I want you guys to keep your eye on VIX today. Please keep your eye on VIX today. Okay, we are at a fairly low level, and VIX is mean reverting, and I'd like to see VIX break down again. Okay, so far I'm not seeing it. It's a small red flag. Put the call ratio. Now, I was really worried about this, okay? I want to show you guys something. Last night, while Clyde was getting ready for the Clyde, look, it says Clyde News. Clyde was, do you guys like this? The last guy was just sleeping. He wasn't even talking. He was just sleeping. So Clyde, Clyde News, while Clyde was reporting his Clyde News, what I was doing, hold on, let me show you this. Hold on. Okay. This is at 6:20 last night. This is at 6:20 last night. You see the put to call ratio after the market closed. It went even lower. And what did I say? I was hoping the put to call ratio would come in up a bit, but it actually came down. This is not good. I'm hoping this is an error and it will reset tomorrow to a higher number. Thank God I was right. It was an error. This is why I tell you guys, and Cam, I hope you're here. Remember I told you only look at the put to call ratio in the morning right before the market opens? Well, look at how it looks now. That's why I say I only look at it right before the market opens. This is last night, way after the market closed. This is at 6 o'clock in the evening Eastern time. Okay, 62. And now, so only look at it in the morning. Look at it in the morning. Okay. Okay. Now we're back in our range. So we're not doing too bad. The put to call ratio is not too bad. It's at 0.79. We're not overextended right now. But if this keeps coming up, that means the market momentum is drying up and the more put buyers are coming in. So this is telling us that yesterday actually some sellers came in, okay? Let's see if this trend continues. Let's see if this trend continues. Hey, how about this? How about I got a great idea. How about we make Clyde for president, okay? Clyde for president or Harry for president with his rubber band. How about that? Wouldn't that be the best? We would all be happy. All right? Everybody would be happy. All right. I'm just playing around with you guys. And I really hope Japan comes through with that. That would be so fantastic. I'd love that. Okay, so put to call ratio is getting a little stable. It's coming towards the bears a little bit. Bulls are not as extended as they were. Volatility is going up, up, not down. Red flag. So, okay, red flag here, a little bit of a red flag here, very small red flags. What about stocks? What stocks are now? Well, look at this. Technology, Bitcoin, semiconductor, QQQ. Hey, look at that. We haven't had that in a while. Let me refresh your memory. Let's go back a week ago. Home builders, real estate, consumer staples. What's consumer staples? Very, very defensive. What's healthcare? Very defensive. Okay. Look where technology is. Look where consumer staples is. And look where Bitcoin is. That's 5 days ago, Monday, October 20th. Look today. Technology, check. Bitcoin, check. Semiconductor, check. QQQ, check. Consumer discretionary. I like this. What I don't like is the fact that the Russell is still here. What I don't like is the fact that communication services are here. Otherwise, this is beautiful. We have clarity here. So he's having a lot of fun. See, everybody wants Clyde, Harry. Now we're talking. He'll get his cufflinks, Gregory. He'll get his cufflinks. He'll get the cufflinks. They'll be put back on. Don't worry. We'll get the cufflinks. So this is looking really good. This is looking really, really good. The question is it going to stay here? But this is looking really good. We have some clarity. Okay. What about market performance? This is still bothering me. Okay, folks, now I want to bring something to your attention. Good eyes, Gregory. Good eyes. He is having fun in the spotlight, Henry, and he does need cufflinks. I got to get him cufflinks. You're right. This is what I don't like. I don't like the fact that the stock market's making all-time highs, and we have 56% of the index above the 50-day moving average. What does that mean, Roger? This should be at 80% right now. This should be at 80% right now. It's not. It's only at 56, which means that some stocks are up big, but a lot of stocks are not up big. So we don't have we don't have a lot of clarity. Even here, 63%, 56. Folks, the stock market made an all-time high yesterday. And you have 56% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. That's not normal. That's not normal at all, okay? You only have 39% of stocks. Do you think it's normal? Let me ask you this question. Do you think it's normal? Clyde does not think it's normal for us to be making an all-time high and having 39% of financial trading above the 50-day moving average. Clyde thinks there's something wrong with that. Or 46% of communication services. That's not normal. That's not normal. Do you think it's normal for the stock market to make an all-time high with 94% of utilities going higher, which are defensive? This does not paint a picture of a raging bull market. This paints a picture of a market running heavy on. Okay, so let me give you an analogy. Remember before I gave you an analogy of you're watching a race, okay? You're watching a race from, oh, wow, I've been talking a long time. You're watching a race from a distance. You're watching a race from a distance, okay? The car is going at 60 miles per hour. You're about 100 feet away, so you can't hear or see anything except the car going around in circles, okay? The driver's going 60 miles per hour, and he's going... That's how he's got the gas pedal. What you're not seeing is he's driving an 8-cylinder engine, okay? He's driving a 450 engine. and the engine loses 4 of its cylinders, and it's just now has 4 cylinders working. So the driver has to press twice as hard to keep going 60 miles per hour. You're watching from the outside. You're seeing this. You're seeing this. You're seeing this. And you're saying, wow, wow, look at the stock market. It's making an all-time high. It looks beautiful. But the guy driving the car, he's feeling this. He's feeling that he's only getting about 40%, or excuse me, 60% of the power. So the car is going and the sound is like, but all you see from the outside is this. But this is the reality of it. This is opening the hood, you understand? And this number does not jive with this number. If I was to ask you how many stocks are trading above the 50-day moving average when we're making an all-time high, I would say, 75, 80%, which would be a normal answer. We're not seeing any of that. We're seeing 56. And look at the Russell 1000, 52. This is the largest 1,000 stocks in the world, okay? The largest 1,000 stocks in the world, 52%. So we're not running on all fours. Yes, me too, Hefe. Me too. Me too. But you see, VT, thank you for the nice words. Thank you for the nice words. But it happens to be true. It happens to be very, very true. So who's this James with this S? Stop spamming me, James, or I'll kick you out of here. Like in like a minute. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. You're spamming me. I'm going to remove you for 24 hours. I have no tolerance for nonsense here. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I just cut on right now. Yeah, all these stocks are making all-time highs. But look inside. Open the hood. How many stocks are trading above? You understand the 50-day moving average is the average price of the last 2 months. And if stocks can't trade above the average price for the last 2 months, the market is not nearly as strong as you think it is. And this is not my opinion. This is a mathematical fact. You have 52% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. This is not a theory. This is a fact. And 63% of and what about here? 61% of stocks trading. Do you realize if we have less than 50% of stocks trading below the 200, we are officially in a bear market? And you could tell me whatever you want, but that's exactly what we're at. This is and we're at 52% right now here and 61 here. So we have momentum. So what we have is we have 50% of stocks overextended and 50% of the stocks not nowhere where we need them to be. It creates a very, 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 it creates a very, very fragile environment. Do you guys understand what I mean? Half the stocks are here, half the stocks are here, and there's hardly anything in between. And how do I know that? I'm just reading this, just like you can be reading this. This is not mine. This is market performance. They're not lying to you, okay? This is a mathematic formula. So this is a problem. When the stock market, when you're looking at that car and that car is going 100 miles per hour and you're like, wow, it looks beautiful. And then you look here and you're like, oh, it doesn't sound that good. Hey, is that smoke coming out of its engine? Why is the driver doing this with the wheel? That's what all this is. You understand? And folks, I would have to be a moron not to explain this to you, okay? Kramer's not going to explain this to you. Now, meanwhile, the NASDAQ is 100 is looking really good. See, 70%. But look at NASDAQ Composite, 58%. So it's telling us that the large NASDAQ stocks are going apeshit at the expense of a lot of other stocks right now. Look at Infotech, 72%. But look at consumer discretionary. This is consumer discretionary. Folks, this is Amazon. This is all the stocks. This is all the stores, retailers, 48%. 48%. It's not good. I'm telling you, I'm not happy about this. Okay. Let me give you levels here. So let me go here to... Okay, look here. So we're going to look at the indexes right now, real quick. Look at SPY. Look at where we're at right now. What happens when we get to this level every time? You can go back as far back as you want. When we start getting up here, it either stays here or it just starts coming off. Folks, we had 1, 2 gaps in a row. 1, 2 gaps in a row. Look how much space we've accomplished in the last 2 days. This is too much too fast. And we're still above there. We're at that area. Look at mags. Look at where mags are penetrating that area. Look what happened when they penetrated that area. Look what happened when they penetrated that area. Look what happens when they penetrated that area. You could do this as many times as you want, but take a look visually back test when this is the 8-day moving average. When we get 1.5 above, it tends to stop going up or just kind of stays here and comes off. Okay. RSP. RSP is not as overextended. It's equal weight. It doesn't have that market cap, so it's not as overextended. But look at MAGs. Look at SMH. The NASDAQ 100 is what's doing this. You could see it right here. See it right here. That's what's doing this. If you look at everything else, we're looking okay. Here, let me look at QQQE while we're at it too. Sorry, let me go to QQQE. Slightly extended. NASDAQ, 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 NASDAQ. You take look what happened right there. Look what happened right there. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm telling you this happens, and we're really extended right now. We're really, really extended. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, please, please, please go here and make sure you're watching at 1080p. And if you don't mind, give us one thumbs up if you find this helpful. Only if you find it helpful. If you don't find it helpful, you don't have to do any of that. Okay. Okay. Let's do levels. It's time for us to do our levels. Ooh, wow. What is this? Huh. It's odd. Okay. This is a 2-minute HA. I want my screen to be similar to Richie so that we can look at the same markets the same way. So I added the 2-minute here at the bottom. And I have the daily right there. So just so I could have it. Okay. Let's do the levels here. Ooh, I'm running late today. I'm running late today. Okay. Today's levels are very easy to draw. I think even Clyde can do this himself. Okay. And today in the VIP room, I'm going to talk about how to use these levels, okay? Okay. Let me give you this. Internet, they're supposed to, last I checked, they're supposed to come, I believe, today at 3:30 to 4. Here, let me see what she wrote. That's a good question. I need to know myself. Knock at the office. One second. I actually do want to know about the internet. Coming in between 1 and 3 today. 1 and 3 today. I'm not holding my breath, but 1 and 3 today. You're welcome, Rich. You're welcome. So if the internet was up running, I'd be at the office, but I'm not at the office, as you could see. QQQ. As you could see, I'm not anywhere near the office. kind of sucks. I really do want to be there with everybody else, but guess can't join the party. They can all tether themselves. I can't tether myself. It's not strong enough for what I'm doing. Okay. Let me give you these levels. I know that folks have been finding them very helpful, so I'm going to keep giving them to you. I don't know where the last hour have gone. I thought I was talking to you guys for about 20 minutes, and I looked at the clock and an hour went by. I must be getting into some deep stuff today. Another bot. Look at that. Yeah, let me delete this bot too. Who knows? Maybe that race car driver was a bot too. I don't know. I'm just messing around. SMH. Let's draw these levels here. See when I'm drawing here, it automatically draws them here. It's very helpful for S&P day trading. Yeah, that's good. Okay. You'll have these in just a few minutes. I'm posting them all for you in the Telegram channel, okay? Bear with me, please. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Coach Rubin, ask me when I go through the stocks. I haven't gone through the large caps yet. Okay, I'll gladly look at it for you. You're a good guy. You come here all the time. I'll take a look at it. Just give me a few minutes, okay? I actually want to see what Citibank looks like myself. I know Bank of America looked pretty good last night. Oops, let me delete this. Okay. Okay, next is Mags. Let's do Mags, okay? Okay. Okay, that looks great. Here, one more. No, that's enough. Okay. All right. And folks, yesterday my levels were working like they were just they were very helpful to a lot of people yesterday. I posted in the Telegram channel at the high yesterday when it hit it. Mags levels. Okay. IW SMH levels. Let's do SMH. Oh, I think I already posted SMH for you, no? SPY QQQ. Yeah, I already posted SMH. Let me just write SMH here. Okay, SMH levels, MAGS levels. Let's do, oops, sorry about that. Let's do bond levels. Let me give you your bond levels. Bonds are going down, not a great. Okay. Write these down. I'm just talking to myself. Okay, here's bond levels. There's bond levels for you. And let me give you Russell 2000, okay? Okay. Okay. Can't wait to call the hospital, find out what's going on. I'll do that right after I'm done here. All right. This is really good. It keeps my mind off of my mom, which is great. IWM levels. Okay. How you link to those? How are you linking those in TC2000? Oh, that's easy. Here, you just see what board you're on. You just make sure you're on the same board, board one and board two, and that links these together. And you can put the blue if you want all ticker symbols the same. You just put the same color on here. So if you want the same stuff printed on everything, just use the same board. And if you want them linked together, just use the color. Okay? Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so I gave you guys all the levels. Now let's talk small caps. Ooh, SPY's moving. Is something going on? SPY is moving. Moving real good, actually. What's going on here? Okay, let's look at small cap. Ooh, wow. What's going on with SPY? Let me see something. SPY is moving. Okay. Come here. Let me give you small caps real quick. I'll give them to you right now. Okay. Yesterday we had a good one that hit actually. Okay. XHLD above 65 cents. Okay. Let's continue. We had a lot yesterday, actually. F F R G T above 285. Pola. Pola above 635. 635. Uh, YMAT above $5. Remember, most of these don't get hit. This one's actually looking pretty good. I'll add this one. VSEE above 410. Let's see if there's any others. No. No. Nope. That's it. Any others you guys want? Do you mean buy above those prices? Yeah. So let me give them to you right now during market hours. During market hours. So XHLD above 765. FRGT above 285. Pola above 635. YMAT above $5. Thank you, Shanson MD. I appreciate it. That's what I'm going to call and find out. I'm going to do that right as soon as I get off this call. I'm going to do exactly that. See you later, Ann. Have a great day. VSEE greater than $4.10. Okay? Those are the small caps. Okay, now let's do the large caps. Please be mindful of the market environment right now that we're in. Okay? Let me just go back to SPY here. Ooh, the SPY's breaking out. Look at that. Looking great. So, did some news come out or something? Does anybody know if any news came out or something? Signs new agreement with OpenAI. Oh, that's fantastic. Woo! Should have held Microsoft the last couple of days, right? Could have, would have, should have. All right. We were long Microsoft. Uh, it was not yesterday though, so should have kept it. Should have, could have, would have. Yeah, but that's great for the market. That's great. Well, at least for Microsoft. But Microsoft has a good 10% of market cap. Lee, this is shorts. Shorts. I'm giving you shorts. It's good because right by the time I'm done, Matt is on his way here. It's almost here, so I can just start BRBR. Don't have to go driving anywhere. Although the new office is about 7 minutes from here. And that includes getting out of the subdivision, which takes me about four. BRBR still looks really good. PGR. Yeah, Microsoft is nuts. I'm looking at it right now. That's a great catalyst for the market. But again, keep in mind, one stock is not going to make it's not going to shift everything. QFIN to the short side. I'm giving you short stocks that I'm liking right now. I did my best to find long stocks that are not overextended, okay? MAN and CBRL. And yes, we've been talking about Cracker Barrel almost every day now for the last couple of months. And you know what it's been doing since I've been talking about it? Going down. Okay, let's talk about long stuff. GE. GE. I tried my best to find stocks that are not overextended, okay? I like GE right now. Pan W. XHLD is greater than 65 cents. Palo Alto Network, it's slightly overextended. WEC, that's an A line right there. TJ Maxx, I think they have I think we had to liquidate them because of earnings, or maybe we're still long, but I like this stock. I like how it's moving up here. EVRG. Remember, I'm trying to find stocks that are not overextended. Okay. It's not overextended. Bank of America. And actually, I'll take a look at Citibank right now, too. Made a killing on G yesterday and holding half. Good for you, Adam. Good for you, Mr. Eagle Beagle. Bank of America is looking good. Let's see how Citibank is looking. I think we made some money on Citibank and on TJ Maxx and got out. That looks great. Ooh, actually, Citibank looks good. Thank you for giving me that one. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, actually, because it looks like it just needs to come out of this area right here. Look, right here. As soon as it comes out of this area, you got yourself a nice ascending triangle right here. But 102, I don't remember who told me about it, but whoever told me about it, thank you. It looks really good. Looks really good. Just needs to get a little bit higher, but it's looking good. Um, Riot. Yeah, Sophie was on my list till I found out it had earnings. Riot looks pretty good. Applied Materials still looking pretty good. Although I would be careful right now. That looks like it could be topping out. I'd be careful with it today. APH is still looking pretty good. I know Richie was long this stock for a little while. Not sure if he's still long, but that's a good looking stock. It's not overextended. And Etsy. I do like Citibank. I do like Citibank. No, Microsoft, look where Microsoft is right now. If you want to day trade it, see, this is overextended. Look where Microsoft is. This is grossly overextended. Look, who was it that asked about Microsoft? Richard, let me show you something. Let me show you something. You see this? What happened after this? Right? And look where, do you see that? Do you see this? Do you see that? Do you see this? And do you see this? Richard Skinner, do you see that? You see what happens when you get this far above this area? Typically, comes right back down. This is not a place to buy unless you're day trading. And if you are, you want to wait for the VWAP after the first hour and all that. Yeah, a lot of these have earnings. I'm not checking for earnings. Microsoft is way hot, way, way hot. As a matter of fact, look at how overextended we are. Look at how overextended the mags are. We're getting a little too far up above this area. We're getting a little too a little too far up about this area. Okay, first off, we have earnings. We have Fed data at 10 o'clock. I don't want you doing anything except liquidation mode only. Okay, liquidation mode only between 9:30 and 10. Let's wait for this market. Let's wait for this market to show its hand. Okay, it's a little overextended right now, and we have earnings. We're like in a battlefield right now, okay? And we have to be very, very careful. I'm looking at non-directional trades. I'm looking at straddles and strangles. I'm looking at time spreads. I'm playing around day trading with stocks right now, but I would be very, very careful swing trading stocks. And that's because you don't have a lot of momentum. This momentum is very, very reserved for some large cap stocks. You could see that right here. 70% versus only 58%. And Russell 1000, 52%. And here, you could see what kind of stocks are in this index. Look at the components of Russell 1000. All the big stocks you guys trade. All the big stocks you guys trade. They're all in there. Okay? They're all in there. Broadcom, all the big stocks you guys trade, only 50% are trading above. Here, look. Only 52% are trading above. The momentum is narrow. So you got earnings, so here's where we're at. Fed is closed for business, okay? Less than half the stocks are moving. The ones that are moving a lot. Half of them are doing nothing. And we have earnings season right now. We got to be really, 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 really careful. Okay? Really, 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 really careful. Folks, here's my link to the VIP room today. I guess I got on a tangent today and I wasn't. I'll be talking about day trading using AlphaZone Pro, the best way to day trade, the upside and downside of breakouts, pullbacks, and reversals. We don't do reversals on stocks. We only do them on indexes. And I'll talk about the best assets to trade and key levels. And I'll show you how to use key levels with whether you're trading breakouts, pullbacks, or reversals. So I'm going to give you a lot of context today. And then Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. I spend over an hour and 10 minutes with you guys. I'll see you later. Have a fantastic day. Please don't feel FOMO today. The market is trying to get you triggered. The market is trying to trigger you to go buy near all-time highs. Please be careful. We are overextended grossly in the short term. Everything, including momentum levels, are pointing to that. Please, please, please be careful. Please, please, please be careful. If you have a question, roger@rogerscott.com. I'll see you guys later. And That's good for Argentina, ally for Trump, won big in midterm. We'll see what happens. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day. And please, 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 eliminating trading now or reducing your position and taking profits on your big winners is defensive right now. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I'm going to go check on my mom. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and you can find this in the YouTube streaming channel. Here's the link if you missed this webinar, this class, and you want to watch it again. Here's the link. Thanks, everybody. Clyde says hello. He wishes his best, and I'll see you guys in just a bit. I'll be here all day pretty much. All right. Bye. I'm watching you.